back to Katie Can't Read. I'm Katie, I can read, and today we're gonna do my September wrap up and a touch into my October TBR. I have tried to film this intro 3 times for 3 separate videos, and here we are. I was gonna do something more creative today, but I'm currently working on my first reading vlog and it's taking a lot out of me. So I said, let's go easy, let's do a wrap up, let's do a TBR, let's be easy, okay? Don't stress yourself out. Self-care, that's self-care for you. I had high hopes for my September read, and it was one of the most disappointing months I've ever had, perhaps. I read 8 books. I have a lot of iffy reviews, a lot of hot takes. I feel like I have a few hot takes, and yeah, let's dive right in. Let's just talk about it. So the first book I read this month, which I did a full book talk on, so I'll keep this brief, was King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. As we know, I'm deeply in love with Leigh Bardugo. God is a woman, her name is Leigh Bardugo. This book was so good. I am so in love with this book. I'm so excited for the next one. I don't want to say too much because I'm going to keep it spoiler free right now. But there's a full spoilery book talk. I'll put it up here. It's here. And it was the best book I read this month. Highly recommend. I highly recommend the entire Grishaverse. Highly recommend. I'm so into it. But don't read this if you haven't read the rest of the Grishaverse. This is not your first Grishaverse book. The first one you should read is either Six of Crows or Shadow and Bone. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Do either of those, and then this one last. There are big spoilers for the first 2 series in the beginning of this book. You can't read this one without the other ones first, okay? Now that I said that, I can sleep easy. The second book I read this month was Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. This book was so disappointing for me. I was looking forward to it for a while, and then I was hurt. Not hurt. It was fine, and I was ready for something to be more than fine. I was ready for it to be great. I was ready for it to be moving and make me feel things, and make me yearn for romance, but it didn't, and it was just fine. Like, I didn't think it was super romantic, and I didn't think that the stakes were high enough for Luke to need a fake boyfriend, okay? I thought that the side characters were all one-dimensional, and there was a whole thing where this one character was really dumb, and I was worried that they were making fun of him as if he had like a mental handicap, and I wasn't sure if he did, but it felt like it. And it was really annoying to me. I don't know. I finished it because I was hoping the ending would be like show-stopping movie level good, but it wasn't. It was all just fine. I don't know. A lot of people do like this. I feel like I have a hot take on this. So if you want to read it, go for it. It was still a good book. My third and fourth books I read were The Wicked King and The Queen of Nothing from the Folk of the Air trilogy. I read Cruel Prince in August, and dare I say, I hated it. I thought it was weird. I was so confused. These 2, much better. This one was definitely better than the first, and Queen of Nothing is probably one of my favorite book finales of all time. It just all wrapped up so nicely. And yeah, I get it now. Like, when I was reading the first one, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get why this is popular. I don't get the hype, but now I get it. I see in these 2 why it exists. And now I'm really glad that I stuck through the trilogy because the first one is better now that I've read the other 2. I thought that these books carried on the first one really well. I thought a lot happened that was really exciting. I was very excited to see what Jude was gonna do, and I was very excited to see what Cardan was gonna do, and it was all just exciting. Like, I finished these so fast because I was just chasing what was going on, and it felt awesome. I was really into these. I actually would probably recommend this trilogy to people because of these 2. I ended up really liking this series more than I thought I was going to. A lot more than I thought I was going to. I dipped into the American Royals duology. I've already done a full book talk on Majesty. I'll put it up here. And this was so disappointing for me. I mean, I didn't have high expectations going into this one. When I was going into American Royals, I knew nothing about it. I just picked it up because I liked the cover and I liked what it said on the back. I said, this sounds fun. And I went for it. I said, this sounds fun. And I said, yeah. And then I liked this one. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. I thought there was good romances. I thought it moved a little fast, but that was fine with me. I gave it like 3 out of 5. And then I read this one and I gave it 1.5 out of 5 because I thought it was bad. Still think it's bad, and I'll talk about that more up there because that's where the spoilers will hide. And yeah, I don't know, you can still read these. I think they have good meaning of like feminism and good alternate universe stuff in them, but the drama was lame to me. The romances didn't work for me. Yeah, I don't know, a lot of people do like these, so read them because you might like them a lot more than I do. I read Again But Better by Christine Riccio, and I picked this up because when I saw it on Goodreads, it sounded like exactly what I needed to read at this time. It was not very good. It was a total, like, wish fulfillment self-insert book by the author, which is fine, and I respect that because if I was ever a writer, I would totally and completely write a self-insert wish fulfillment book about my life. Don't get me wrong. It was obvious. It was so obvious, but it wasn't for me. This book was not for me. I was not anticipating the twist in the middle at all, and I didn't like it. I thought that the romance was garbage. I thought that the love interest was boring. I still can't believe that in this book, Shane, the main character, truly believes that liking the Beatles is a quirky trait, as if the Beatles aren't the most popular band of all time. I don't know. I was looking forward to this because it felt like something I was gonna need for my soul, and I didn't like it. I thought it was just bleh. And I ended my month, well, there's still a couple more days in the month, but I ended what I'm calling my September with The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda-Hall. I really liked this book. I really liked it. It took me way too long to read, though. For how short it is, it took me like 6 days. It was hard. It wasn't even a hard read. It was just hard for me to read, and I don't know why. It is a fantasy romance pirate novel, which is very fun for me. I love pirates. I like this book because it had like the darkness of pirates and of piracy in it, and it was also in a fantasy world, so there was like all kinds of mystical talk. There were mermaids. I love mermaids, and all this stuff, and I think I would have liked it more if I had been able to like really dive into it, because I couldn't ever fully escape into it. The romance was sweet. It was between a princess named Evelyn and the only girl on the crew, Flora, who is undercover as Florian, so that way she is not like cursing the ship for the men. This book has a lot of twists at the end that include like reveals of who's working for who. There's a lot of inner working, there's a lot of politics. It's very fun. Very, very fun. My October TBR is probably one of the most excited I've been for a TBR in a very long time. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this TBR. So excited. We'll just jump right in. We'll just talk right about it because I'm so excited. I'm starting October with my Trials of Apollo reread, and I'm so excited because the next week is the release of the final Trials of Apollo book, and I'm going to be able to read all of them in time, and it's going to be so much fun, and I'm so excited, and I'm reading this right now. I started it last night, and I'm so excited. I've read these before. I've read this one, this is probably my 3rd time reading it. I've read the rest of them all once before, and I'm so excited. It's going to be a good time. Next book on my October TBR that I'm really looking forward to, and we already know why. God is a Woman, her name is Leigh Bardugo. I'm gonna read Ninth House. This is probably the spookiest book I'm gonna read because I'm a weenie, but it's spooky season, so I'm gonna read it. And I'm really excited. I know it's totally different than the Grishaverse. Don't try and warn me on it. But I trust Leigh Bardugo. I think she will deliver with this. I'm ready. It's gonna be my only spooky read. Then I got Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, and I'm so excited to read this. This came out this last September. It came out in September, and this is going to be so good, okay? I'm very excited. It feels very October to me. It feels spooky. There's ghosts. There's queer characters. There's people of color. I'm so excited. My favorite things. Ah! And the last thing I have on my official TBR for the month is I'm going to read The Raven Cycle for the first time. I've never read it. I don't even really know what happens in it. I know like the basic gist. I know that there's some fun stuff. I don't even really know that. But I'm very excited. I know that a lot of people love these, and I hope I'm gonna love them too. Very excited. I'm very excited. Okay? Like, this feels October to me. This feels spooky, and I don't know why. There's just something about the vibes that this book gives me that are October-y. They have like fall vibes, and I'm ready for it. I'm very excited. I've wanted to read this since... This has been on my TBR for a long time, and now I'm gonna do it. I'm finally gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Maggie, stiefvater, I'm gonna do it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good month. October's gonna be a good month for me, okay? Anyway, that's the September wrap-up and the October TBR. I'm very excited about October. I feel like after the disappointing September, that I will be starting off with Trials of Apollo, and I already know that I like those books, so it'll start off strong, and I think we're gonna go strong all month. I'm very excited. Thank you for watching this. Yeah, if you have read any of these books and you love them, or you like them, or you hate them, please tell me. I like to talk about these things. I would love to hear what you have to say about all of these books. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next chapter.